Have you ever wondered how a creature as large as the polar bear survives in one of the harshest environments on the planet? Intriguing, right? This is a story of survival, the story of Arctic lords, the polar bears. Polar bears, scientifically known as Ursus maritimus, are the largest land predators alive today, often weighing more than 1,000 pounds, standing up to 10 feet tall. Imagine that. They live in the harsh Arctic, a 5.5 million square mile realm of ice, where temperatures can reach -40 degrees Fahrenheit. But polar bears are perfectly adapted. Their transparent fur camouflages them against the snow, making them invisible to prey. Underneath lies a thick blubber layer for insulation against the cold. The Arctic, a dynamic ecosystem filled with life from tiny plankton to seals hunted by the polar bears, is a delicate balance of existence. So, what's the polar bear's secret to survival? Is it their size, strength, or adaptations? Let's dive into the icy world of the polar bear and uncover the secrets of its survival. Imagine living in a world of ice and snow, where temperatures can drop as low as -50 Celsius. Welcome to the Arctic, the home of the polar bear. A vast expanse of white dominates the landscape, making it a breathtaking sight. The polar bear's existence is intertwined with the sea ice, their hunting, mating, and denning platform. Floating ice floes are their hunting grounds for the ringed seal, their primary prey. Towering icebergs offer shelter against the brutal Arctic winds. Notably, the polar bear is an adept swimmer, traversing lengthy distances amidst the fragmented ice. However, the stability of their icy home is threatened by climate change, with melting sea ice creating daunting challenges. Forced to deal with longer ice-free seasons, polar bears face strenuous and hazardous swims, particularly for young cubs. Despite the harsh environment, the polar bear thrives, thanks to its thick fur, layered fat, and large paddle-like paws. These unique adaptations help it endure the Arctic's freezing temperatures. Yet these may not be enough to counter the perils of a warming world. The polar bear has adapted to thrive in this icy world, but how does it live? Let's find out. From the moment they are born, polar bears embark on a journey of survival. Their life begins in the harsh winter, as vulnerable cubs emerge into the world. Tiny and toothless, they are wholly reliant on their mother for survival. The initial stage of life, full of danger, does not allow all cubs to thrive. However, those who do, grow swiftly due to their mother's rich milk. By spring, they step outside, facing the real world. Here, they must learn to navigate the icy wilderness, to swim and hunt. Under the constant vigilance of their mother, they begin to adapt to the fierce environment. By the time they are 2.5 years old, the cubs are ready to be independent. Now, as fully grown polar bears, they are capable of surviving in harsh climates. The females continue the cycle by giving birth to their cubs, sustaining this magnificent species for generations. With an average lifespan of 20 to 25 years, each stage of a polar bear's life reflects their resilience. The harsh Arctic environment shapes every stage of a polar bear's life. But what does it eat to keep going? That is a question we will explore in the next scene. In the frozen wilderness of the Arctic, what could possibly be on a polar bear's menu? The primary choice is the seal, with the ringed and bearded species being favorites. Their rich blubber content provides the necessary insulation and energy for polar bears to endure extreme Arctic temperatures. These bears have mastered a hunting technique where they utilize the sea ice to patiently lie in wait by seal breathing holes, striking at the right moment when a seal surfaces for air. In warmer months, the polar bear's diet shifts as sea ice recedes, resorting to scavenging on whale carcasses or munching on smaller mammals, birds, and vegetation. Despite this, seals remain the hearty main course. Polar bears, being opportunistic feeders, adapt and feed on anything available during scarcity. Their survival strategy is not only about what they eat, but also about when they eat. They feast during winter and spring, amassing fat reserves, and fast during ice-free months, living off these reserves. Their blubber-rich diet equips them for survival in Arctic cold. But how is this unique environment changing? The world of the polar bear is changing. What does this mean for the future of the Ice Kings? The grim of climate change is impacting the Arctic environment, the home of these Ice Kings. The Arctic's accelerated warming is reducing sea ice, the polar bear's hunting and mating grounds. As ice diminishes, polar bears swim further for food, risking exhaustion and starvation. Reduced sea ice also hampers mating and increases contact with humans, causing conflicts. It also amplifies the risk of diseases as their environment changes. But hope isn't lost yet. Understanding polar bears' lifestyle is crucial for their survival. Conservation efforts are in place to shield the Arctic habitat and mitigate human polar bear conflicts. Scientists are intensively studying movements, diet, and health to comprehend the challenges they face. The polar bear, the king of the Arctic, faces an uncertain future, but understanding its world and its way of life is first step towards helping it survive. Together, we can give the Ice Kings a chance in their changing world.